They're into the home stretch now. It's the final third of the regular season, and the Soul might be on pace to close in a big finish. It started out in Pittsburgh, a chance to get even against the Power. How did they do? Find out. It's the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. Hello again, I'm Lou Tilley, and Foods Galore again brings you the Soul Insider. We go inside our town's Arena Football Conference champions as they try to get back to another Arena Bowl. It's the 12th week of the 18-game regular season. This past Saturday, they were on the road at Pittsburgh, a team that had pulled the upset against the Soul 5 weeks ago. It certainly turned out a little different this time. The Soul was in Pittsburgh looking for revenge. Flashback 5 weeks ago, the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh was nursing a 5-point lead after this touchdown. But the Soul had it with a chance to win it at the end. But then the Power's Sergio Gilliam goes over the boards. He's ruled to have made this catch, an interception, to complete an upset of the Soul. So Saturday night, the Soul put a stop to all that on the night's first possession. They stop Pittsburgh on downs.
Plenty of time and almost picked off.
They take over inside the 9-yard line and run Ross for the lead.
Into the end zone is Derek Ross. Soul touchdown.
And they never give it up. The Soul defense starts picking on Pittsburgh. James Romaine with the interception.
And some pressure. Romaine at the 15, the 10, and then knocked down.
Ross, again the boss of the end zone, running with a short screen pass. Stir and repeat. David Richardson picks off another bad throw.
Picked off by Richardson in his own end zone, bringing it out.
And Dan Rotteball throws it again to Ross.
On second down, they go screen to Ross.
But stop right here. He's fenced in, right? Nowhere to go. Wrong. But that was just the start of this most memorable play.
Derek Ross, a highlight reel tonight, and it's a touchdown.
Derek Ross would clear more than one hurdle Saturday night. Later, he would rush for over 45 yards, and in doing so, become the AFL's all-time leading rusher. 28-0 Soul, 31-7 they led at the half. They pour on 28 more points in the third quarter for a rare laugher and some revenge.
Tiger Jones with his first of the night.
In winning 59-21, the Soul set an all-time franchise record for fewest points allowed, as the defense forced 4 interceptions, 2 more fumble recoveries, and 4 more stops on downs. The Soul stormed to 7-5 on the season, with their 5th straight win on the road. You don't have many final scores like that in the Arena Football League, but the Soul will take it this time. It was a chance for revenge, and they got it. More importantly, it's all good signs now as they head into the home stretch and towards a very important upcoming home game against Iowa that we'll be telling you about when we come right back here on the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. I'll talk with head coach Clint Dozel. You'll hear from a former military man on a military night coming up down at the Soul, and the new boss of AFL rushing, Derek Ross. They all join us. Stay with us. It's the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. The Soul Insider is brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer, by Walgreens Pharmacy at the corner of Happy and Healthy. Stop pain. Stop pain. Exactly what it does. Bud Light. Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Here we go. And Executive Auto Body, presenting sponsor of the Philadelphia Soul No Fan Left Behind program.
Scott, he do a great job for us, whether it be, the steak meat, the lobster, everything is our own brand. It's a testimonial to Foods Galore.
Service is what's made our company. Loyalty, reliability, honesty. Your growth was one of the main reasons why I evolved in the business.
People look at Chicken and Pizza as a success story, but it's actually your success story. It works just like a marriage, because I still have my wife and I still have you.
Remember this name, Lundy Law.
Bradford White Water Heaters. American made, American owned. Built to be the best. Why would you buy any other brand? Visit BradfordWhite.com to find a contractor near you.
It's the Hyundai Drive Your Way Drive of the Game.
Look on the road here for the Soul. It's McDaniel on the move again, no Jones. And Jones, the intended receiver, catches it from the seat of his pants. And coming off a stellar season a year ago as well. On second down, they go screen to Ross. Oh, and he gets away from a trap. He's down. He turtles a man. He's into the end zone. Derek Ross, a highlight reel tonight. And it's a touchdown brought to you by Foods Galore.
Wow, drive of the game was the play of the game as well, all around the AFL. Welcome back to the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore with head coach Clint Dolezel. I mentioned this earlier, you don't have many 59-21 games in the AFL, do you?
No, and when you do, you hope they're on your side of it when you do get one, but it was nice. It's rare we get to enjoy a fourth quarter in any kind of arena football, even playing. Those were rare moments, so we definitely enjoyed it. 28-0 lead was the important thing, I think, here, Clint, and your defense absolutely dominating. You either turned the ball over or stopped them on 11 out of their 15 offensive possessions. I've not seen anything like that in the AFL. It was a weird game. You look at the stat sheet, and the line there is just unbelievable, with the interceptions, the fumbles, the off-the-net stuff, all the stuff that happened in the game is just typical of arena football, all rolled up into one game.
Let's talk about your defense, because this certainly was their highlight game ever, perhaps, with the 6 turnovers, 4 interceptions, a couple of fumbles, your kicker off the iron a couple of times. Just about everything fell into place. I guess the defense can get on a roll like an offensive can as well when they start to smell the ball.
It's like anything. Confidence breeds success. And, once momentum gets on your side, it can go from game to game, not just from play to play.
Was there an element of revenge in this game? Because you did lose that heartbreaker to Pittsburgh with that crazy play at the end of the game 5 weeks ago.
It was and it wasn't. We knew we had to win the football game just for the simple fact we're 0-2 in our division. We needed to get this win just to get back on top of them. Needed to win by a bigger margin. They beat us. So we needed to get that win just for that simple fact. And yes, they're cross-round rivals and we want to beat them, but the win's the most important thing no matter what. I
said to you, and this is a compliment, Derek Stingley, the coach of Pittsburgh, son of Darryl Stingley, told us before the game, he said, I hate playing Clint's team because he always gives us something we haven't seen before. And in this case, you really went to the screen passes early and often to Jones, your tight end, but especially to big Mr. Ross down inside the 20.
The biggest thing with Ross, if you can get him past the line of scrimmage, he is so scary. Nobody wants to tackle him, and you can see on that highlight there, he jumps over a guy that's not going to come tackle him up high. He's 280 pounds, so he's a monster once you get him past the line of scrimmage. So we're trying to find every way possible to get him past the line of scrimmage and get him into the secondary. The only downside to it in the midst of this interception feast is all of your defensive backs right now have an injury of one sort or the other, right? They do. They're all banged up. They've been fighting through a lot of injuries. We've had 2 more this past week, and hopefully they'll fight through those as well. So we'll see as the week goes. Well, and a big one coming up. It's Saturday night, 6:05 kickoff here, and it's military night, which we'll be telling you about later in the show. But you kick off against the Iowa Barnstormers. Always a tough win in this league against Iowa. Coach Owens is a good football coach. He actually coached here 2 years ago. So you know when you're going to get into him. He's going to do everything right when it comes from the coaching stand part of it. They got good players. We played them once already at their place. It was a tough game. We've got a lot to improve on. We're improved since then. Dan's playing better. He didn't play great in that game, so we're looking forward to actually playing them. They're playing good football right now. Clint, a big golf fan like me, in the fourth quarter of your telecast the other night, I had to fill some time because it was a blowout, and I picked I picked Justin Rose to bring it home, but you picked Hunter Mayhem, I did. You said? Yeah. I did. I picked Hunter after the Friday's round since he was right in there. He was playing steady golf. He's solid. He hits a lot of fairways, and hey, I was happy to see him win that thing. They had everything but the helmets and the pads on out there. That was real sport out there. Clint, good luck this weekend against Iowa. When we come back, we'll talk about the boss when it comes to the AFL rushing record. We haven't mentioned that. Derek Ross and more Keith Brown, a veteran who served our country. We'll be telling you about military night, a big night coming up, and we'll hear from Leonard Lundy as well. You're watching the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore.
Ticket packages are available for the next Soul home game. Call the ticket office at 888-789-SOUL or PhiladelphiaSoul.com.
Better get off the couch and off to your Hyundai dealer, because the tent is back with savings as far as the eye can see. Now take home a Sonata and save up to $2,500. Or get 0% APR with no payments for 90 days. That's right, J.D. Power and Associates' most dependable midsize car for 0% APR or up to $2,500 in total savings. Better hurry. After July 1st, the tent is history.
Bernie Robbins Jewelers in Radnor, Newtown, Marlton, Somers Point, and the Borgata.
Remember this name, Lundy Law.
Here's the Colonial Marble rock-solid player of the game.
Stop here on first down. There's Ross. This almost a little bit short of the record. Remember, he needs 8 yards to become the all-time leading AFL running back, because 2 would put him at 8, I think, for this drive. Here he is around the left side. Into the end zone is Derek Ross. Sole touchdown. At midfield, maybe it's because he's on the road. McDaniel is the man in motion. And Ross with a pitch. Turns towards the goal line. And coming off a stellar season a year ago as well. On second down, they go screen to Ross. Oh, he gets away from a trap. He's down. He turtles a man. He's into the end zone. Derek Ross, a highlight reel tonight.
And here he is, the Colonial Marble player of the game and the drive of the game. Same guy, Derek Ross. And he is the boss. Tops this week. Hey, congratulations on a milestone for you with your first 8 yards rushing in the game. You became the all-time leading rusher in the history of this league. And what? Less than 3 seasons.
Yes, sir. It was 2.5, 2 and a couple games. Yes, sir.
That's really, did that mean something to you? What's your feeling about that?
Oh, man, yeah. Anytime you get something in a professional sport, it's like an honor. So it means the utmost to me. Bo Kelly, he was a great fullback, and I'm just happy. I'm just there with the names like those guys up there, like the Bob McMillans and stuff like that. So we're just thankful, just happy.
Great game. You had 41 rushing yards, most of it in the first half, 26 passing yards. Let's talk about this screen pass. When I showed the highlights, you're fenced in, first of all, by 3 guys.
Yes, sir.
Now you break to your right, and then you go airborne. Where did that come from,
Man, I don't know. I saw him, and he dipped his shoulder, and I was like,
You're not built for flight.
No, sir, not at all. I just took off. He dipped his shoulder, and I just jumped high as I can, and I landed, and I scored.
You know why? Those guys don't want to take you on a
No,
play anymore, do
not
they?
at all. Not at all. So I know most of them going for my knees, so that kind of give me a little advantage. When they dip their shoulder, I can just jump over them. So
You look like you were having fun in Pittsburgh and playing
yes,
extra
sir.
hard. You had the record on the line. You had revenge after Pittsburgh beat you here in Philadelphia.
Get our leg back.
Yeah. And I noticed you went down to the corner. We had a couple of busloads of Soul fans that drove down to Pittsburgh with us, and you went over there to say hi to them.
Yes, sir. They drove the way, to come see us. They can give a little support. That was good. That was nice. It was good to see them.
What did you say on that bus ride back? You and the mates were all in one bus. The defense, man, stopped them 11 out of 15 times. Did you realize that? 15 possessions, 11 stops for your defense.
That's amazing. The Rashawn Kaiser, Brian Robinson, Brandon Perkins, them guys did good. They do good every game, you know what I'm saying? It's just, whoa, I did not even notice that. That's nice.
Derek Ross, the boss, and he's the hoss. You got Iowa coming up Saturday night. I know you want the fans to come down and see you.
Yes, sir. Come out and see us, and it should be a good show. We got to, keep winning and get better.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Derek Ross, the all-time leading rusher in the history of the AFL, and he puts on a great show. He's worth the price of admission alone. 6:05 start against the Barnstormers. You can get your tickets right there. When we come back, we'll tell you another reason to come down and salute the Soul, and I mean that from a military perspective when we come back with more of the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore.
Colonial Marble and Granite. Quality, selection, service, and price. We're the nation's leading fabricator. We buy direct, saving you money. Offering thousands of choices and hundreds of colors. All on site in our one-of-a-kind indoor slab yard. Colonial Marble and Granite. The original home of the 1999 special. Get your new granite countertop for just $19.99, fully installed. Stop by our King of Prussia Super Showroom and see how easy, affordable, and beautiful your countertops can be. Visit us online at colonialmarble.net.
Remember this name, Lundy Law.
Hi, I'm Tony Mitchell, Brinker Simpson & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We offer comprehensive financial compliance and tax services. As Philadelphia's leading tax and advisory firm, we let our clients say it best.
Tony and his team at Brinker Simpson provided the expertise of a large accounting firm, but didn't forget their small business roots.
Brinker Simpson has a clear business vision that looks beyond spreadsheets and numbers and sees opportunities.
At Brinker Simpson, firm relationships build success.
Scott, he's doing a great job for us, whether it be, the steak meat, the lobster, everything is our own brand. It's a testimonial to Foods Galore.
Service is what's made our company. Loyalty, reliability, honesty. Your growth was one of the main reasons why I evolved in the business.
People look at Chicky and Pizza as a success story, but it's actually your success story. It works just like a marriage, because I still have my wife and I still have you.
And now, the stop pain stop of the game.
And we're underway. The opening kickoff. The Soul won the coin toss and elected to the rest of his offensive line on first down do-over. It's a quick toss and a net gain from their original defensive end, and here they come. Plenty of time, and almost picked off by Rayshon Kaiser. Stop here on first down. There's Ross. This almost a little bit short of the record. Remember, he needs 8 yards to become the all-time leading .com careers website as well. Soul kicking it away. Martinez high off the netting. Free ball! And the Soul with an opportunity to get the turnover. They've got it. Screen is Cassidy straight drop. Has some pressure. Remain at the 15, the 10, and then knocked down. Second turnover already forced by Philadelphia on the interception this time.
The stop pain stop of the game, the first possession of the Pittsburgh Power, and the Soul defense stops them on downs and then goes on to stop them on 11 out of 15 possessions, unheard of in the AFL. And the best defensive performance in the history of the Soul franchise, holding Pittsburgh to 21 points in the 59-21 win by the Soul. And a member of that defense joins me now on the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. His name is Keith Brown, starting defensive end out of Temple, a big, tall, great athlete. But unfortunately, you had to stay home and rest. You had to watch it on TV and watch Goody and I tell you all about it.
Yeah, I mean, I had to recover from an injury that occurred a few games ago. I've just been playing through it. And the coach decided it'd be best for me to, rest it and really get ready for the games that's going to start counting at the end of playoff games and stuff, such stuff like that.
Turned out to be a good move because in a 59-21 win, much as you would have had some fun out there with all the turnovers, better to rest. Now listen, this coming weekend down at the Wells Fargo Center, it's military night, and I'm going to tell you more about that in a second, but this man's out here for a reason. Keith Brown actually served our country from 2003 on, right out of high school, in the Army and in Afghanistan. For how long were you there?
About 14 months.
I can only imagine what you saw and brought home with you.
Yeah, I saw some different things, different side of life over there. Definitely open up your eyes, helps you appreciate where you come from and how, the United States treats us very well. I'm grateful to be able to make it back. Some soldiers haven't made it back, so, it's hard on their families, and I'm just blessed and grateful to be able to come back to my family, in one piece.
Oh, we thank you. And you enlisted right out of high school in the midst of the crisis with Afghanistan because your mother said so. She wanted you to go the military route.
Yes, she did.
How about that?
Yeah, she just wanted me to, get my mind completely together. I still had a lot going on when I was young. I wasn't fully mature, as some people may say. So I feel like anything she tells me, she never led me in the wrong direction. So when she say jump, I jump.
How about that? More Keith Brown out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
Serves in the military in Afghanistan, then enrolls at Temple, now a member of the Philadelphia Soul, and we're honoring him. He's our honorary captain this weekend because it's military night, this Saturday night. A whole bunch of important things going on at the Wells Fargo Center in addition to the Soul game. Take a look.
I wake up at 5 in the morning, I couldn't sleep, and I hear vets have a 21% unemployment rate.
It kicked off officially back in April at a gala press conference at Philadelphia's historic Union League.
Unemployment rate is staggering. Fortunately, we have men such as Marty stepping up and saying, we need to do something about it.
This was a great idea. When my son Jesse contacted me and told me about this, I did want to participate because there's nothing that's, to me, more of a disgrace for our country than the high rate of veterans unemployment.
It's more about people understanding the veterans out there that are unemployed, that need a job. In my business, as well as any business people that we have in this room, we've committed to hire veterans.
Put it in, catch it out, catch it with your hands. Ready, go, go.
And so the word went out for military veterans to suit up again on the football field.
Guys are in great shape. I mean, we're pretty much impressed by what they're doing over here, and I am very impressed for first day workout. Very, very impressed by it.
More than 50 former Army and Navy veterans are ready to do battle, arena football style, next Saturday night at the Wells Fargo Center, as soon as the Soul take care of their business.
Some of the finest players coming back, 50 of them to be exact, 25 on each team to play football. Suiting up, some of them like former West Point and cadets that are coming out.
Yesterday, Mike Ferrero concluded 32 years of service to his country as Commander-Chief Master Sergeant of the United States Air Force. And now he'll serve his fellow veterans as the new president of Judge VIP Careers.
Judge VIP Careers is a division of the Judge Group. It's all about getting jobs for veterans. For veterans, those transitioning service personnel, those military spouses, wounded warriors, finding a meaningful career and rewarding job. That's what our mission is.
It's a problem for the guys coming back into the real world, isn't it?
It sure is. 24% unemployment rates for a person who's 24 years old. Anything over the national average is a shame for our veterans.
Next Saturday night, then, is the unofficial opening of Judge VIP Careers. Go to their website to register for the afternoon-long job fair and more. Go to judgevipcareers.com for more information, or to philadelphiasoul.com to get tickets for the Soul game and to see the Army and Navy veterans game to follow, which is a win, any way you look at it. And that's this Saturday night down at the Wells Fargo Center. You get your tickets here at philadelphiasoul.com or judgevipcareers.com. And back with more Keith Brown, who served our country, was part of that big announcement down at the Union League. And I know that you know this cause is important because not all the vets who have come back have been as lucky as you to be working.
Correct. Yeah, the percentage of veterans not having jobs when they come back is extremely too high. And, you know, this is just a way of the Soul, you know, and the city of Philadelphia is showing their appreciation to those vets. And, you know, they got the job fair as well as the game coming after the Soul game. And it's just, you know, just to show the people that we care.
And the point of Judge VIP Careers, Keith, is not only to help them find a job, but it's kind of to shepherd them to find the right job, a good job, and make sure they're successful in the job, and help their families adjust to civilian life again, which is an issue, I would imagine.
Yeah, it is. You know, living a certain way, you know, dress right, dress in the military, it's not the same as in, you know, civilian life. And even though you can go through certain counselings and different processes to help you, you never really know until you get out there to see how it really is. So this is another way to help them.
Or Keith Brown, what a great spokesperson for all the veterans from the military and for the Philadelphia Soul and for all of us Pennsylvanians. We congratulate you.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good night. And beat Iowa as well on Saturday night. When we come back, another big supporter of the Philadelphia community joins us, and one of our great sponsors, Leonard Lundy, is back as we continue with the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore.
Ticket packages are available for the next Soul home game. Call the ticket office at 888-789-SOUL or philadelphiasoul.com.
Ron Jaworski here for Stop Pain, the topical pain reliever I reach for when I need to stop pain cold. because nothing lasts longer. Stop Pain helps manage the pain associated with a vibrant, healthy lifestyle. So when you need fast pain relief that really works, look for the red stop sign to stop pain in its tracks. Stop Pain is available in gel, spray, and my favorite, hands-free roll-on application. Stop Pain can be found nationwide at CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart. Stop Pain, exactly what it does.
Ready for a little fun? You could scratch your way to instant winning. Play the Pennsylvania Lottery's new instant game, $500 Frenzy, with 10 top prizes of $100,000 and over $17.5 million in $500 prizes. It's kind of fun to stake your claim. Keep on scratching.
Bradford White Water Heaters. American made, American owned, built to be the best. Why would you buy any other brand? Visit BradfordWhite.com to find a contractor near you.
Remember this name, Lundy Law.
Soul Injury Report brought to you by 1-800-LUNDY-LAW. Remember this name. Here's a look at this weekend's game. The Injury Report brought to you by 1-800-LUNDY-LAW. Remember this name. And that Lundy Law Injury Report is really critical this week with 4 defensive backs iffy. But come down and see us at 6:05 for kickoff military night on Saturday and find out who suits up. With Leonard Lundy now, our sponsor from the beginning for a couple of years. You were here last week, so successful in your first book drive. You're going to do another one?
Unbelievably successful. Great night. We're going to do another one on July 12th. And also on this last Friday, we started our first event at Children's Hospital. We opened it up. We rolled the carts. It was a great day. So the book drive, everybody who brought books, they're in use. They're going to the patients at Children's Hospital, kids who can't get out of their room to get books from the library. So it's wonderful.
So we're doing it again. July 12th.
Going to do it again.
Wells Fargo Center against the Utah Blaze. It's going to be a big game.
Big game.
Bring your new books again.
Right. Bring 4 new books. You get a chance in a lottery to draw to meet Ron Jaworski and have a little one-on-one with him. Bring 2 new books. You get a field pass. So the more books you bring, the more field passes you get. The more field passes, take your whole family down to the field.
Well done, Leonard.
So thanks, Lou, and thanks to the Soul for all their sponsorship.
You're going to have to keep coming on the show now because they're on a win streak.
I know, I am. I'm going to have to be here every week.
Military night coming up this weekend. We'll see you there. And thanks for joining us on the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. The Soul Insider is brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer, by Walgreens Pharmacy at the corner of Happy and Healthy. Stop Pain. Stop pain. Exactly what it does. Bud Light. Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Here we go. And Executive Auto Body, presenting sponsor of the Philadelphia Soul No Fan Left Behind program.